What's up and welcome back to the Cayman build. In this video we're going to be getting a lot of paint work done, so stay tuned, and you already know it's going to be a good video, so hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so let's get our first booth load ready, which is going to consist of our hood, two fenders, and our front bumper cover. Now on the hood we're going to be painting both sides at the same time on a flip stand. And on the bottom side, the jam side, we're going to be sanding with a 320 grit paper on a DA, and all the flat surfaces and all the areas that we can't get to with the DA, we're going to use a red pad. Now on the top surfaces that are all primered, we're going to guide coat those, and then we're sanding it with a block and 220 grit file paper. Now once we sand all the imperfections out of that, we'll re-guide coat it and then sand all the 220 grit scratches out with 320 on a DA with an intermediate pad. So, we've got a lot of sanding to do. Let's get to it. Alright, so we've got all these parts sanded and ready to go in the booth, so let's get them in the booth and get them cleaned up. Alright, so we've got our first booth load all set up with the parts on the stands. Everything's been blown off and everything's been wiped down with wax and grease remover. So now we can go ahead and mix up our EnviroBase waterborne base coat. Alright, so we've got our base coat mixed up. Everything is in the booth ready to go. We're going to tack all the parts off with a tack rag, and then we're going to spray on 1 coat of EnviroBase Gray Sealer. So we've got our sealer sprayed on there, and we gave it about a 15-minute flash time. Now we can apply 3 coats of EnviroBase waterborne base coat. Let's go. We've got our 3 coats of EnviroBase waterborne base coat sprayed on there, and we've given it ample time to flash off, so we're ready to start clearing. Now typically we only apply 2 coats of clear coat, but we're going to put 3 coats on these parts just in case we need to buff anything. Phew. Alright, so we got our 3 coats of clear sprayed on there. Everything looks really good. Let's go check it out. Alright, like I said, everything turned out great. We put 3 coats of clear just in case we needed to buff, but it's looking like we're not going to have to buff this stuff. So we're going to let it dry overnight, and then we can come back in the morning, get another booth load ready, and get it loaded up in the booth. It's the next day, and the first booth load has been taken out of the booth, and the second booth load has been loaded up. Now the second booth load consists of a rear bumper cover bumperettes, some miscellaneous bolts, and the rear deck lid. It's going to be the same process as the first booth load. We'll get everything wiped down with wax and grease remover. We'll tack it off with a tack rag, and then we'll apply 1 coat of gray sealer, followed by 3 coats of EnviroBase waterborne base coat, and then we're going to put 3 coats of clear coat. So, got a lot to do. Let me get my paint suit on and get this process done. Since I spotted in the sealer on this deck lid, I'm going to take a tag rag and wipe over the whole panel just to make sure there's no dry spray residue. Alright, so we've got the base coat put on. We've got 3 coats of the EnviroBase sprayed. Everything's flashed off. So it's clear time. We're going to put 3 coats of this clear coat on there. And the reason why we're going to put 3 coats, because it gives me something a little bit extra just in case we need to buff. Alright, we're done clearing this thing. Got 3 coats on there. Let's give this thing a walk around and show you what it looks like. Come on.
There are 3 places that you can stay for free. In your lane, out of my business, and over there.
Alright, so that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button and share this video with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and clicking on the bell icon. That way you won't miss any future content. If you have any thoughts or questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. I was hoping to get a little bit more accomplished in this video, but we kind of ran out of time. So make sure you stay tuned for the next one, and we'll see you on the next one. See you! We've got our 3 coats of gray Envirobus blue. Now we can get 3 coats of this Enviro. So we've got our sealer sprayed on there, and we gave it a sealer.